I mean, but I don't want to summon the moment. How was it like when she passed? Like when you heard about it?
I mean, I was there. I was on my way to her house, so.
Oh, you was on your way to her house?
Yeah. So
you were in London when?
Yeah, I was on my way. We were going to a wedding the next day, so I was on my way to her house when I got the call. I was called and said, "Yo, I'm on my way. I'm bringing some food." Then security called me back and said, "Yo, she passed." So it hit me tough, and it still hits me tough. So I
kind of like, yeah. So I'm not even gonna, you know what I'm saying? I mean, they did the documentary and stuff like that. I haven't gotten a chance to see it yet.
You should watch it. It's a good watch. You learn some things.
Yeah, I told, you know, Gary, who you work with too, that, you know, I want to sit and take it in undisturbed.
Yeah, you gotta do that.
Yeah, you know, I mean, definitely. But we're gonna move on. Now, Jasmine Sullivan is somebody else who you worked with. Right. What was it like working with her?
I mean, Jasmine too, I met her when she was young, like when she was like maybe 14 or 15. She was signing Jive Records. That didn't pan out. And then when they called me back and said she was on J Records now, I was like, all right, I know her. So it was kind of easy because I knew who I was dealing with. Right. Because Jasmine ain't easy to approach if you don't know her. So she kind of...
She's a tough cookie.
It's not even that. You just might not know how to take... She got to get comfortable with you. Basically, the fact that she somewhat knew me already, it made it easier to kind of just step in and work with her. So for me, it was a thing where I just, you know, I get people out to the vibes. I got her to the house in Miami. We vibed for a couple of days, and the first couple of songs we did, you know, we got Lions, Tigers, and Bears, some of the other stuff on our first Fearless album, but we just got a good vibe and we got a chemistry. You know, I probably did 40, 50 records with Jasmine since we started, you know, in 07.
Yeah, but one that stands out, you know, that busts your window joint.
Jasmine lived her life, man, and that's a real story too.
That's a real story too?
Real stories, you know what I'm saying? I get people to tell the truth neatly.
You bring it out of them.
Tell the truth, man. Just tell whatever the truth. Tell the truth. It
sells records.
Well, tell the truth because it's actually going to resonate and be more authentic. So that's where I'm at.
Oh, yeah? You know so that busting out the window. So you were there for the back end of that
story?
No.
I didn't see nothing, but it happened.
It
was something that happened prior to me meeting her, and she was able to write about it. And she had the idea already. And when she kind of started telling me the idea, then I went to Prague and I, you know, was hiring the orchestra to play some music for me. So I've recorded the orchestra to really bring out the best in the story. And then I put it back in her record, and it kind of gave her a moment that I don't think any of us realized how powerful it would be. But, you know, more than anything else, Jasmine is a great writer. Like, all the people I work with, they're great writers and they're great voices. Both. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, having a voice is nice, but being able to write and compose something that makes a difference
so is that greater. A requirement of you, per se, as a producer?
I can't say it's a requirement. I can't say I can't say it's a requirement, but it's what's going to move the needle. You know what I'm saying? I can have one or the other. Maybe you got a great voice and you can't write. It might be okay. Or maybe I'll help you write something. That's cool. Or maybe you can really write and your voice ain't that great. But when you got both of them together, that's what I've built my career on.
Okay. Good. So the project that you got now, Miraa, we're going to talk about her first. How did that?
Miraa is actually someone that I met who's a writer. She's been signed to my publishing company for over a year. So I met her in London I set up a studio. So for me, I love having like a little equipment everywhere while leaving in storage. So my boy Desi G was like, I was like, why don't you find a spot out there? We just put some money in, pay the rent every month, and just have a little studio. So when I'm in London, I work there. But when I'm not there, people can come by and work. We see what's talent, resource, etc. So out of the studio, he had different people coming through. And then when I went through and I'm listening to all the music recorded, I'm like, who's that? Let me get that. Let me hear that. So when I heard her, you know, she was probably 18 at the time, and I was like, this one sounded right. Who's this Algerian girl named Miraa? So I was like, all right, Miraa's going to actually, you know, have some futures. Signed a publishing deal with her. She's been writing for a long time. And then now this is the first set of produced material that we've really put out, that I actually took a lot of songs. I got out to Florida for a minute with me. And she just writes so quickly and has so much to say. But she has a real hip-hop appeal with the way she writes. But also she got a beautiful voice, and you know, she's a beautiful girl. So I'm really excited about seeing where this grows.
Where's she from? Nigeria, is that?
Algeria, yep. So she's Algerian born and then grown in London. Her EP's called N15, which is Tottenham, where Skepta and, you know, enough different artists come from northern London, but that's her space.
Okay.